Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to this Cossacks 3 review video thing. Yeah, in which I've decided basically it's about time that I did a review of this brilliant game. It's sort of obvious where my review is going now with that introduction. Yeah, but basically there's a few wishes that I want for the game, a few things I like, and I'm just going to talk about them whilst there's going to be some form of gameplay in the background. Don't have a clue what game's going on here. It's something to do with Cossacks 3. Yeah, I don't know if I'm winning or losing, I haven't actually recorded it yet. But either way, let's hope it's good. So, the game came out with a very buggy start. A lot of lag, a lot of problems. About 10 years late. No, it wasn't that late. I was expecting it at 3 PM UK time, came out at about 8 PM UK time, so I had all my recording software set up by 2 PM, yeah, I said that right, and yeah, got ready an hour early, wanted to record as soon as I possibly could, and it didn't come out until much later on, and I was also promised a Steam key as well. I did get my Steam key. Yeah, that will make my review very biased. I'm going to support H.C.S game world to the very end, no matter how this game turned out, because I got a free Steam key off it, so yeah. I'm joking, I'm going to try and keep it as fair as possible. You can see the link, the link in the description below. I do go through, well, what am I on about? I do have links that you can go to that send you to certain parts of the video where I'm discussing the bad things or the good things, so if you want an entirely negative review, then that'll be in the description below. If you want an entire positive review, that'll also be in there as well. Just some people like negative reviews, that's all. First of all, I want to start off with a bad thing about the game, and that is the large amount of lag. Cossacks Back to War never had any lag. Might have done for some people, but I never saw it. Yeah, you could have about 8,000 soldiers on the battlefield at once, and there will be lag of course, but with those massive numbers. But it was very minimal, very well designed game, and yeah, I'm impressed with that. Better than any Total War game I've ever played. However, Cossacks 3 did have a lot of lag. This is a problem mostly for laptops. Most computers are actually okay to run this game, so if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to buy this game if it's full of lag, then if you've got a computer it should work fine. Don't beat me up or anything if it doesn't. This is just my review and my experience of the game. Yours might of course be different, but from my experience, laptops cause problems with Cossacks 3. I have a laptop and it does run, but there is a lot of lag. It's got much better now, they are fixing it. There's many other patches that have come out, and that sort of explains why this review is late. Yeah, this review is late because I wanted most of the patches to come out before I did this review, so we can get a good overall picture of Cossacks 3. I can get used to it, and I'm glad I actually did that. So I've waited about a week and 2 days, or a week and 3 days, depending on whenever I actually upload this video, and most of it is fixed. A lot of it is still being fixed, and there's some things that I've wanted and they're definitely going to add. So yeah, I'd planned a video that was meant to be a top 5 wish list for Cossacks 3. 3 of them they're almost done creating already, so yeah, they've just completely ruined the video there, but oh well, as long as we make a good game. Yeah, so other things that let's go to things I like about the game. The graphics are of course brilliant, the sounds are brilliant, the AI is much smarter. I do have some problems with the AI, but I'll get into that later. And the editor now, there's just one normal editor for battles and another much more complex editor for people who want to mod the game. That I like, that's good. I do like the extra scroll thing, how you can zoom in. That's very good for YouTubers when they want to create screenshots and things like that. Yeah, I love this game. But of course there's problems with it, which I'm going to go into detail soon. If you want to just skip to that part, just check in the description. And another thing I like about it is, I've sort of covered it in the last bit, but mods. Total War, for example, they have brilliant mods for Medieval 2. However, then I think they got a little bit, I wouldn't say money greedy, but I'd actually like Total War. Don't know much about the company really, but I like them, but yeah, I think they got a little bit greedy. Basically, they don't want people to make mods. This is Total War I'm on about. So they didn't release sufficient mod tools on their new games, so that instead of just buying one game and downloading a mod, if you want extra maps, you have to buy their next game, so they make more money out of it. Cossacks 3, on the other hand, takes a different approach, and they allow mods, which I do really like. It's very user friendly when it comes to that. If it wasn't for the mods, I might not have bothered actually getting this. So the mods have a big thing, possibly the biggest thing with Cossacks 3, that people can just create their own games. We might even get Cossacks 3 Lord of the Rings edition, the First World War edition. These are just things that I saw looking on the Steam pages and things like that, and what people wanted to make. Lots of different nations, so yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing some of these mods. By the way, if any of you are actually modders and you want anyone to test play your games, do a quick review on them, or what word is it? Or even play them and record them early for a bit of advertisement, just comment below and I'll happily play your mod. Yeah, so yeah, whatever, just move on. The list of nations is a bit of a problem. Demon is playing Left 4 Dead 2, just came up as a little notice there. Yeah, list of nations, there's only 8, sorry, there's only 12. However, that's not too much of a problem because we're going to get an additional 8. I don't know when. I'm hoping it's possibly just before Christmas, or possibly just after. Don't really know when I want them to come out, but yeah, we're meant to get another 8 nations in a free DLC package. That's a free DLC package, 8 free nations. Gonna do a video on what I think those are, and yeah, so make sure you subscribe so you can just wait for that video and click like when it comes up. The range of units is brilliant, but it's basically a copy from Cossacks Back to War with that, so I'm happy they copied it over. Some people aren't, some people are. Personally, I'm happy with it. I'd have preferred a few additional units. I know it might have ruined the balancing a bit, but you know, sometimes new things are good, sometimes they're not. It could have completely ruined the game, but they could have always taken those out in just a patch or something if people really hated it. Yeah, so that's everything I can think of for now. The lag is of course a problem. Basically the good things are, the graphics are just good, and that's it. If you like Cossacks Back to War, and you like good graphics, you'd like this game. That's basically all that I can say. But now, it is time for the problems of the game, and they do exist. First of all, there's you're not able to scroll and select. Basically, what you could do is you could go to the top left corner of the map on Cossacks Back to War, click, scroll, and just move yourself around and select all units on the map. That was brilliant. That was one of the big things of Cossacks for me. Made you control massive armies. However, that has not been implemented on Cossacks 3. So that makes it much harder to control large armies. However, there will be a patch that installs that ability to scroll and move around in. I remember seeing that on the Steam page. That's where a lot of my information is from. So yeah, I keep saying so, pause it, and then yes, just to explain myself in some weird way. But yeah, overall, what am I on about? Oh, this is a disaster. I expected this review to go much worse indeed. yeah, so whatever I was on about, I'm going to move on from it. Another problem is the speeds of the game. Basically, you have on Cossacks Back to War, which is a brilliant game, you have slow mode and fast mode, and then you add a little slider that it can move around, and that slider can speed it up or slow it down. You can either slow it down to a point where it's barely even moving, basically it looks like a frame per second, and you can speed it up for it just to fly ahead, and to a level that even I struggle to control. So yeah, I like that option. Cossacks 3 however has normal speed, fast speed and very fast. That's 3 options, and yeah, there's hardly any difference between them. There probably is on computers, but when you've got a laptop and it's just laggy at times, you do get a little bit of problems. So, well, not problems. There's basically no difference between the speeds when I use it on laptop. There's a little bit, but not enough. Also, there needs to be a stat screen at the end of the multiplayer, basically showing how many soldiers were lost. You got things like this in Civilization and Age of Empires, just some form of table or graph that shows how well you were doing throughout the game. I always like that, it's very good. That has not been yet put into Cossacks 3, but when I've checked on the Steam page, they have said that they will be adding that into the multiplayer and the random map section, so that should be good. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully we get that stat screen very soon. Also, I'm gonna keep on mentioning this, but the lag on laptops is awful. I can only, if I do a battle with any more than 3,000 soldiers in, computer just really starts to struggle. Some computers like Sergey's computer, you know him, he's a big famous YouTuber with all the money. He's got some type of supercomputer that can support, I think, 22,000 soldiers in his last video. Still lag there, but it's brilliant what type of computer he has. Why can't he just give me the money to buy some supercomputer like that? Yeah, I can understand why not. Yeah, so moving on. The difficulties I don't like. Basically, Cossacks Back to War you had easy, normal, hard and very hard. What Cossacks 3 has done is it's removed easy and added impossible. Basically, normal difficulty on Cossacks 3 is the same as easy difficulty on Back to War, and impossible difficulty on Cossacks 3 is the same as very hard difficulty on Back to War. So it just seems that they've got the same difficulties but added a different name to them, which is a disappointment. I'd have preferred like easy to be the same, extremely easy, very hard to be how it was in Back to War, just very hard, and impossible to actually be almost impossible. But then again, we're limited with our technology right now. Well, no we're not, I don't like to say that, but we are sort of limited in a way at the present time, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it's difficult to create good AI, so I can't entirely blame them for that, but come on, you might as well just call normal easy, hard normal, call very hard hard, and impossible just call it very hard. You might as well have just done that, but oh well. There's no single missions. I thought we were actually going to get single missions. Yeah, I'm sure I remembered them saying something about single missions, but yeah, they're not here. I like single missions, so it's a shame they're not there. But going back to the difficulties, yes, the AI is still not perfect, of course, but it is much better. That is a big compliment I have to give to Cossacks 3. Their AI is massively better. They're a bit rubbish when it comes to boats, but normal land battles, yeah, they're great. I've actually seen nations capturing peasants, and then using those peasants to build up a second nation in their own. That's something that I've never seen on any other game. That's just brilliant how they've managed to implement that into the game. Very good, I'm very impressed with that, and you won't actually believe how impressed I am with that. That's good. can't explain it anymore. That is just really good. And also the AI is much smarter when it comes to their cavalry, especially the sick Cossacks. Brilliant at just manoeuvring around into your city, capturing peasants and ruining it early on for you. So yeah, watch out for those Cossack units, they will completely destroy you. There seems to like sending archers at mines as well. I've lost a lot of mines just to a few archers. Yeah, it's annoying how smart the AI is there. I preferred it when it was easier and I won every single time. Yeah, so yeah, gonna mention it again, there's a lot of lag. But overall I think that's it. I think I've mentioned everything. I'll have a section in the description for things that I've missed out, and I would have missed some things. The sounds and the soundtrack is brilliant. I can't actually play the soundtrack in a Cossacks 3 game though, because basically the lag really affects the sound, and then the music is just really choppy. But it sounds good when it works, but when you start getting actual soldiers on the battlefield, the soundtrack just dies. So that's the reason why I don't put the soundtrack on. It's a big loss, but I think I've sort of got to do it. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think of the game down below. I know it's had a very buggy start, very late release. We've been waiting for it for a while as well. But overall, I think it's a good game. Graphics are good. Tell me what you think about it below. Yes, I did get a free Steam key for this game. So of course my opinion will be biased, and I am making a slightly biased opinion. Now I admit the game is brilliant, I'm very impressed with it, but yeah, I'm of course going to give it a few more compliments because of this free Steam key, because I am very corrupt like that. We're all very corrupt. Oh, here's another problem. There's no Victoria battleship. Remember in Cossacks Back to War, the Victoria battleship could fire about 100 cannons at once and just destroy entire fleets in seconds? That's not here, so yeah, I'm annoyed about that, but oh well. It's not a good thing they took it away. I think it was far too overpowered. Yeah, so comment below please. I'd love to hear your opinions of it. You can even just comment below with a link to one of your own videos. I don't actually mind that. It probably will appear as spam, but I'll just okay the comment eventually. So that's all okay. If it's, as long as it's a review that is of Cossacks 3, or you want me to see a certain game, I'm happy to. If you want to challenge me at Cossacks 3, just comment below. Also, if you're a modder and want to give me any form of early access, or you just want me to check out a certain mod, and I'll be happy to do that, as long as it's not a virus that you're installing onto my computer. I am very careful when it comes to things like that, but yeah. Please don't install viruses on my computer, please don't do that. I have far too much other things to worry about right now. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, like it if you have. It's just been like a fun review about a week after Cossacks 3's actual release. Yeah, subscribe for more Cossacks 3 videos. I am moving on to other games as well. You can probably notice that by my start of my Civilization 3 series, and wanted to get a Stronghold 2 video up soon, but recording time has been a little bit bleh. So yeah,